This is Get UNSTUCK Podcast, a podcast for entrepreneurs who prioritize their life first, business second. I'm Mutita Panmook, your host, who dedicates my life to designing and building a business that supports lifestyle. We will learn together from entrepreneurs around the world how they overcome their life challenges, their business obstacles, and yet still get unstuck from the hamster wheel of burying themselves into their business. Because time is the number one commodity in the world that you cannot get back once it's gone. So let's shorten the learning curve and see how can we prioritize better. Let's get unstuck. Hi, Get Unstuck Nation. So in this episode, I want to talk to you about what actually means to you about freedom. What is the true freedom actually means? I consider myself as a consultant, right? And my company consult people to build a lifestyle business. And here's the thing. Lifestyle business is literally building a business around your life. As in what we always say that, okay, put your life first and then business second. I think many people consider having business is easy. And let me tell you, I did episode before regarding to what it takes to be an entrepreneur. And I think that is not easy. It can be simple, but it's not actually easy in my opinion. It's required consistent, it's required dedication, and it's required a lot of belief to conquer and to really purpose driven to be get go on what you really want in life. One of the key things of having your own business is to have a freedom, right? But I think you have to define what is the true freedom really means to you so that you can define how you're going to design the life and what is the thing that restrict you and what you don't want to be restrict from, if that makes sense. So basically, I talk about this a lot. There are things that we can control and there are things that we cannot control. So let's say things that we can control, usually coming from our own self. It would be how we think, how we take action. I have seen many people want to have a lifestyle business or already not happy in the business that they are in because they are so not putting a structure to how they live their life. Bear with me. So I think freedom versus day-to-day life operation is a different story. Freedom for me is a flexibility to say no when you don't want to do things in your own terms. Thinking about it. And when you will have a chance to say no, for example, say no when you don't want to go out, say no when you don't want to take this client on board, say no when you don't want to work at that time. The only time that you can say no is when you know the opposite, what you will do, right? For example, we have 24 hours in a day. And when people try building a lifestyle business and not success, usually it's like this. They try to setting, let's say, morning routine, for example, not really set an alarm clock, but whenever they wake up, they will have a coffee, having a meditation. I didn't say that that's a bad thing though, don't get me wrong. But not having a structure into your day because time is the only thing that is fixed and you cannot control the time because you have 24 hours and it's done. Happy next day, right? It's gone. So if you not fix yourself according to the things that you cannot control, meaning that you have to control yourself to allocate into the time blocking, you already missed the opportunity to live your life and saying no to the things that you don't want to do. If you like, I want to work when I want to, but I want to start my day when I want to eat whenever I want to, I want to travel whenever I want to do the content whenever I want to. And then you encounter the frustration of like piling of tasks that happening, or there are consequences of not doing enough of work, administration work basically, because you have been pushed it off by not doing it on bite-sized pieces on daily basis enough. Therefore, you have to do it in a bulk cases on weekly, and then it's combining to monthly and then quarterly that you haven't touched it, and then you feel like, oh, why I don't get any result with my business. I have tried living my life already, life first, business second, right? But why it's not really getting any result? It is because you haven't really allocate and planning the structure in it and putting your life in order, as in allocate your resources that you have in hand by managing the time and set the priority again. So step back a little bit. I think this is something that we cannot compromise on, which is how you're going to set your priority right and put the system in place. Either you are going to be the one who is going with the flow person, or very structural person. That is the personality or character, or the way that you making decision. Doesn't mean how you would show up or how you would go to sleep or wake up. I think that is totally different story. And I have tasted it with myself, at least. When I put the structure, as in how I would prepare my week, how I would prepare my day, when I go to sleep at the same time, when I would wake up at the same time, when I eat the same time, I have reduced the time that I would make decision, and I actually have more freedom to make decision on other things. And I can say no to the things that I don't want to do. That is actually the true freedom that I can see, because I know the opposite side of what I don't want to do. Something that restrict me, time. For example, if I always like doing this podcast, for example, I usually do the podcast every Tuesday. So my Tuesday is always my podcast recording days. That is fixed schedule. And if any guest not showing up or anything, I need to put myself into the schedule that Tuesday would be the podcast day, no matter what. And that would be something that undeniable and needs to be filled in. And I choose to do that. And then when it's finished, I actually have more time to think about other things, because that is planned, that is finished, fixed according to system. And yeah, when the task's done, operation runs further, workflow flows as usual, and nothing in the machine has been ruined. And that is a freedom that once you build the business operation, then everything runs smoothly at the same, even though things are like out of control, but it's still able to run because you already know the structure of it. That's actually what I want to say. And that's how you put your life first, because you already know, okay, this is how it looks like on day-to-day basis. I know when I will be available. I know when I will be busy. And what about other people? What about other activities? How can you put in? That's how you manage the expectation. That's how you manage your priority. Priority is singular though, it's not plural. So you can only focus on one priority at a time. That's actually the true freedom that you can choose. And at the end of the day, I still insist to say, choose your life first, business second, because you can design your business around your life. It's just how you would frame your operation. You need to think about how you want it to be. But again, put the structure in place will give you the freedom. So Hopefully you understand the picture clearly of why people not really make it work, as in when they say that why I try lifestyle business but I still feeling overwhelmed. At least this podcast episode give you that answer. So until the next episode, let's get unstuck. I hope this episode inspires you wherever you are in your entrepreneurial journey so that you can have your business that supports your lifestyle. Get a show note at getunstuckmethod.com/podcast. Review what we have learned together today and start implementing right now. See it by yourself. The result of your consistent action are worth it. You deserve the freedom to enjoy your life. Until the next episode, let's get unstuck.